Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our math lesson. Before we begin, I would like you to make sure that you have your math materials right next to you. I'd like you to have your math textbook, your whiteboard and marker, a pencil and eraser, and some connecting cubes. Okay? And then we can begin. Now, if you need to, you can certainly pause, all right, and go get those materials. All right. Okay, so today's lesson is about fact families. Okay, and I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite things to teach in math. Now, just a reminder that we've been talking about related facts, and as we know, when I talk to you about related, okay, I've also talked about families. So while our families are so much more fun than perhaps numbers, number families, this also can be a little fun and interesting to do. So fact families. And just as a reminder, our strategy is that we can use different ways to, we're going to turn this into an I can statement. What strategies can I use to subtract? And one I can put is a strategy is I can use strategies to subtract. All right. So we already talked about that a little bit yesterday with subtraction and addition related fact. So let's start with a little math warm up here. Now, it says, look at the subtraction number sentence. All right, so it's 14 minus 5 equals 9. They want to know, what is the related addition fact? Okay, related. Well, let's look carefully. 14 minus 9 equals 5. Well, it is related, but remember, they want addition. This is subtraction. So just think, what three numbers must be in the addition fact sentence to be related to this? Well, pause and think. 14, 5, and 9. All right, so pause and look over the addition choices now. Did you choose 5 plus 9 equals 14? Good job. Okay, and here we see the number 5 and a 9. But it's not 14, it's 4. So that's why that's not related. And again, here's a 14, but the other two members of this family is a double 7. So not related. All right. Let's look at our next for an investigation. All right, and this is also a good time for you to have your whiteboard ready. Okay, so they want us to explore, write an example of a fact family. Now, this is part of it. 8 plus 5 equals 13. Okay, so let's see what, let's see if I can type with this. This might be better for you to see. What is another way we could add those numbers? Write it down on your board. Okay, let's see. Did you put 5 plus 8 equals 13? Good job, because that is another way. Now, we need a subtraction number sentence. I would like you to write down one subtraction number sentence. Pause the video, write it down. Okay, so as we know, the largest number is always the one that we're going to subtract from. Okay, because I can't take 8 from 5. I can take 5 from 8, but then my answer would not be 13. All right, so 13 minus, well, let's just start with 5 first. Okay, oops, equal, oh, hitting the wrong button there, equals 8. So as long as first, two things you have to be sure about. You make sure you use all three of the numbers. And even more importantly, you must make sure they're in the right order so that they make sense. Okay? All right, so here's another subtraction number sentence. Pause now and finish that one. Did you do this? So right here, here's the first fact. Here's another one. So when you have three numbers that are different, you will get four math facts in one family when you have three different numbers. In this case, our numbers are 5, 8, and 13. So let's go over. You have 2 addition and 2 subtraction. Okay, let's move on. All right. Now, here we go. This is your page 319 of your math book. If you would like to get that book out now, pause the video and open to page 319 now. All right, so this has a math story with it. I like the fish there where it says home sweet home. Pretty fish. Okay, yes, I know it's not on here, but it is on your book. All right, so here's the story. You're going to use some connecting cubes, they suggest, to do this, okay? It says there are 7 fish swimming together, all right, in a group. So we start with 7. We're going to use the yellow since we have, all right, so get your 7 cubes. Some of you may not have yellow. That's okay. They still work. All right, whatever color you have. So there's 6, and I'm going to squeeze the 7. Well, can I put it here? Yeah, I can. Good. Because we know that this always acts a little wonky. Here, I'm going to put it up here so I can see it. 7 cubes. So that's one group of fish, okay? And then it says that 3 more fish join them. And I'm just going to take these 3 here. All right? So right now we have our cubes. Now, it also says that you can draw a picture to show this story, all right? So if you chose to, in addition to your connecting cubes, you could draw, and here's a little way I like to draw fish because it looks like a fish and it's a little quicker. I go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 more join them. 1, 2, 3. And I know they don't look alike, but guess what? Do you look, unless you're a twin, do you look exactly like everybody in your family? No, everybody's a little different. So my fish are a little different. Okay, so now they want us to write the missing numbers in these sentences. And I like to always start with addition on this because that's how we talked about it first. First we said there were 7 yellow. So here we go, 7. And then how many red? That's right, there were 3. Okay, so they want to know what's the sum. Now remember, we know this is 7. So 7 is in our head. Count on. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, I think of it this way. 7 had a turn being first. Now it's the 3's turn. So it's like it's a turnaround fact. You turn the first 2 digits around. So, and that only works for addition, by the way. 3 plus 7 equals, oh, I heard a couple of you say 10. And you're right. Okay. So now let's look at the next two groups of boxes here. All right, those are subtraction. And remember, subtraction always begins with the largest number. And looking at these three, yep, 10 is the largest number, okay? You cannot do a turnaround with subtraction. It doesn't work. Okay, so 10, and I'm going to subtract the 3. And we know that the other number in this family is the yellow, which is 7. Good. I heard you saying it. So then now 3 got subtracted first. Now it's 7's turn to be next. So 10 minus 7 equals 3. And that is a fact family. There are 3 numbers that are the same in all of the math sentences. They have to be in the correct order to make sense. And there you go. Okay? So if you want to pause here to finish or check your work, go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to turn, okay, to the next page. All right, the see and show. All right. Okay. So see and show. Related facts make a fact family, okay? So here we go. Helpful hint. Oh, look at that. They already showed us the facts, right? The family here. 5, 6, and 11 are a fact family. All right. Now, this triangle is also kind of a cool way of showing a fact family. Notice which number is at the top of this triangle. Look at it. Tell somebody near you, why do you think the 11 is at the top of the triangle? If you said it's because it's the greater number, you're correct. That is the larger number of the fact family, the largest. Okay, and down in the bottom are the other 2 numbers, the 5 and the 6. Okay, so here's a nice way of being able to, to be able to use this to figure out your fact family. 5 plus 6 equals, boom, 11. Okay? And don't go over here. Finish addition first. 6 plus 5 equals 11. You see a pattern here with that? Yep, you do the bottom equals the top. Very good. Now, here we do subtraction. 11 minus 5 equals 6. It's almost like following a little road map. And then here, 11 minus 6 equals 5. Okay? All right, so let's look at a see and show that we are going to complete together. Okay? There's a few of them. All right. Now, what I like to do with this, and you can do this in your book, all right, is, let's see. I want to make sure I explain this to you really well so that you are understanding this when you're not with me on a video or in person. So here we go again. The 2 bottom numbers are going to be our addends, okay? And if you have a triangle paper, you're going to make sure that the largest number is at the top, okay? Because that's really going to help complete these. And some of you have probably already completed it, so just wait to go until you go on to the next one. So here it is, 7 plus 2. Here's the 7 and the 2. What number is not in that number sentence? That's right, the 9. And here it is again, the 2 and the 7. We use those, so now you're going to use the 9. That's how another way to think of it. If you use the 7 and the 2, 7 plus 2, all right, I use the 2 and the 7. Now I need to write the 9. Okay? All right. So I'm going to give you a moment to complete the next 2 subtraction number sentences, and then you can come back and check your answer. All right, go ahead. Okay, so we did the addition. 9, you get that? 9 minus 7 equals 2, and 9 minus 2 equals 7. All right, good job. All right, let's look at number 2. Try doing this one on your own. Pause the video and come back to check your answer. Okay, there you go. Look. Very nice. As long as you make sure that each number shows up in your math sentences from the triangle, you are sure to get a correct, excuse me, boys and girls, a correct answer. All right, let's look at number 3. Oops, that's the answers, number 3. Here we go. Oops, why isn't that moving forward? Huh. All right, for some reason, let me look on my paper here, or on my notes. It is not moving forward. Let's see this one. Here. 2. All right, they don't show it, so I guess they figure the 14, 6, and 8 that you can complete that. If you have any questions on number 3 when we meet, you most definitely can bring it up and we will talk about it together. All right, so let's look at our talk math. Okay, here we go. There, I don't know why the talk math is not lining up today. All right, I'm going to go over it. What fact family can you make with the numbers 4, 9, and 13? All right, well, let's see. 4, 9, and 13. I'm going to make a triangle for us, okay? And I'm going to make myself a little bigger here so that we can, there we go. All right, so here's my triangle. 4, 9, and 13. All right, so on your whiteboard, all right, you can make an addition number sentence out of this. We're going to start with the first 2 numbers, and this is if I have a 4 and a 9, oops, wait a minute. If I have a 4 and a 9, my sum is going to be 13, right? If I have a 9, and a 4, my answer is going to be 13. Now this is where I like triangles that I can touch. If I have 13 minus 4, look what happens. I have 13, where is it? 13 minus, my hands are getting all, 13 minus 4, and look at the answer. See, when I cover the numbers I've already used, I can easily find the solution. 13 minus 9, and again, 13 minus 9, there it is, 4. All right, so that's what I was talking about with your fingers. You can do that with your, okay. All right, let's make me smaller again because there's no reason to see me so big. All right, oops. Let's begin. Okay, now for your on your own. All right, you're going to add and subtract to complete this. And remember how I showed you with my hands on the triangle? You can do that with your fingers. Okay. All right. So complete these. Pause the video and come back to check your answers. Okay, there are your answers for number 4 and 5. And just remember, if you have any questions, maybe you want to circle the number, meaning the number 4 or the number 5, and then we can go over and discuss it when we meet in our little math groups. Okay, here we go. Number 6 and 7, pause and solve. And here's your solutions. And number 8, I'll read that to you, and then you pause it and solve it. Joe finds 12 starfish at the beach. He gives 5 to his grandmother. How many starfish does he have left? Pause it and solve. Okay, he has 7 starfish left. Notice they put the label there. All right, number 9. There are 16 turtles in the ocean. 7 of those turtles get out. How many turtles are still in the ocean? Pause it and solve. And the answer is 9. Okay, here is our hot problem. When I subtracted from 17, the difference is 9. What number am I? Okay, so we have to find the mystery number. Well, when I subtract this number from 9, I am going to get sorry, let me start over. When I subtracted this mystery number from 17, I get a 9. So, well, let's see. We could do what to figure it out? We could subtract 9. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so here I go. Right here. So I know I have to use 17. And I'm going to subtract 9 from it. Okay? Because I need to find out the mystery number. All right. Pause and take your cubes and subtract 9 from 17. What do you get? Okay, did you get 8? That's it. So that way we know the mystery number is 8 right here. Okay, 17 minus 8 equals 9. Okay, boys and girls, just a reminder, you can go back, you can pause and go through things again. If there is one particular problem that you have a difficult time with, please make sure to have that ready so that after we have our discussion, when I ask if there are any questions, I can go over it with you. Always remember that if you have a question, chances are pretty good that another friend may have the same question. So you're helping them out by saying it as well. All right, so I'll see you soon. And good job as always. Bye-bye.